Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading here today at Mad World Tarot. And we're looking at children today, royal children. And of course it's Prince George's birthday tomorrow, so I've read on that. But now I'm going to read on a story that has just popped up about Prince Harry and his one big regret in life. Only one. Don't you find that interesting? And the big regret apparently is over Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. And a source, a mysterious source, tells us that he misses them, and he regrets he doesn't have a relationship with them, and that his own children don't know they're only cousins. I'm sure that there are actually other cousins around, but anyway, this is what the source tells us, and it continues to tell us that he always had visions of them growing up around him and being able to come and ask him for advice that they couldn't ask their parents. Can you imagine that? Thinking that you would have pearls of wisdom to offer to those three children because they couldn't speak to their own mother and father. From everything that we have ever seen of Prince George and Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, they have very close and very healthy bonds with their parents and with each other, and I'm sure that those parents are very approachable and very understanding and full of good advice. Anyway, that is my opinion. But this source continues to tell us that he's particularly sad about not being around for Charlotte and Louis. He is well aware of how it feels to be the spare and not have the same purpose as the heir. So take out your tiny violin right there. I'm going to take out I have already, the Apprentice Tarot, learning, studying, energy, useful energy. We're going to do a reading on this a tragic tale now, Prince Harry and his one big regret. We're going to ask who the source is. It's interesting that the Five of Pentacles has come flying out and sitting on the tarot table, the card of exile. We're going to ask who the source might be and why we're hearing this tale now. We're going to ask about the three children in question, their current view of Prince Harry, and will they ever have a relationship with him in future? Well, what their future relationship with him would be like, speculating going into the future. We're going to ask about Harry, his feelings towards these three children right now, and what advice would he offer them if he was able to. And then our outcome. Prince William, the Princess of Wales, Catherine, would they ever let Harry be near their children again? I know for sure I wouldn't. The drug-addled, bitter uncle who has abandoned his family. And of course, that's just my opinion. And let's remind you that this is just tarot for entertainment purposes, and it is all my opinion and all speculation, and we just read energy here, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. But me personally, him, nope. But let's see what the cards tell us about the Wales family and their view of Prince Harry right now. That's the reading, hopefully. Got the right number of cards. We've got the Strength card here as our underlying energy. That is interesting. It says mastery over wild side. It's only over your baser sort of instincts, the Strength card. And if anyone has baser instincts, well, it would be, in my opinion, Prince Harry. But here we have strong energy, and I'm not reading this as Harry and Meghan. Very often in these royal readings, it is Harry and Meghan for me as a reader. But this is not Harry and Meghan. This is the Wales family and the way that the parents and the children are interacting, and what a strong unit this little family is. And it's Leo energy. It's the Strength card. Leo is the heart energy, which very often gets overlooked in these royal readings, because one particular Leo that we read on very often does not have open heart energy at all. But there it is. This is a family that relates to each other very well, that works together very well, that loves each other, is loyal to each other. All the most beautiful attributes of Leo energy that I can now talk about in a positive way. It's also royal family energy. So very powerful energy underlying. And of course we had the Five of Pentacles, the exile, the one who's left, the one who is shut out of that energy. Just saying, that's our underlying energy. Situation, Harry and these children. The Temperance card, that is the person who wants to be it is the angel energy, the Temperance card, the moderator. He sees himself, as it told us this, he sees himself, or he saw himself as somebody who would be the mediator between the parties. Come to me, you can't go to your bully of a father, because that's how Prince William is described, or your cold mother, because that's how Catherine is described. So come to me and I will mediate between the two parties. I will be the one, the bountiful one, the one with all the blessings and the gifts and the wisdom and all the stuff. That's what he sees himself as. Very subjective energy in that Temperance card. So let's see, who is the source? I want to know, who is the source? Where is this coming from? It's coming from the Ace of Wands. Wands for me are very much about PR, spin, media, and telling stories. And this is it's a bold kind of move that this Ace of Wands is presenting to us. I don't think it's the usual suspect. I do think that Harry and Meghan are briefing separately, and they have separate agendas, and they have separate news outlets that they favour. And I think personally that this is actually coming from Harry or someone very close to him. This is my opinion and my speculation. Ace of Wands knew. He wants to have a fresh start with his family, so he's sending out this message of his one big regret, and he could have this role in this family and be this source of inspiration, and he could have this relationship with them that would be this Temperance energy, this healing, harmonious relationship with him. Never mind that everything he has done to those children has been to disrupt their family life, to cast aspersions on their parents and their grandparents and even their great-grandparents, and break alliances and destroy. But he wants this new connection with them, this very dynamic new connection. So it's answering my why question. That's the who. The why question down here, Queen, really. But it is the Queen of Cups. He sees himself as the Diana energy, the emotionally available energy, the empathetic energy, the one who's so good with children. These are not children. Well, Louis is kind of still, but they're growing up so fast that they're barely children anymore. Into the tweens, almost teens, gone. And he's still harping on with this Princess Diana energy, the Queen of Cups, thinking that he's going to be the loving resource in the family, because everyone else, we read about the bully William and the cold Catherine a lot. Guest speaker has a lot to say about that in the New York Post comments section, if you ever dare to venture there. So I think that narrative is quite powerful still. He still believes that. He's still invested in that idea that he is the true heir of Diana's compassion and wisdom. But we have this card here, our underlying energy, which is the Wales family unit, which has the compassion and the wisdom right there in it. So, Dream On Harry. Let's look at the three children in question. I'm using that term loosely. How do they feel about their estranged uncle right now? Queen, she's shown up. there, almost on her broomstick, you could say. The black cat there and that sort of broomsticky looking wand thing there. The Queen of Wands, the fire sign woman, she's in reverse. We know who that is, who's easily bored, a superficial charm, craves attention, problems with self-esteem, drama, tantrums, needs to be center of attention. They see that she is the problem. How very interesting that that energy has come through. And of course, I am just expressing opinion and just reading energy that comes through and tarot. So that's what they think right now. How very, very interesting. How is their relationship going to be with him in future, if any? What's going to happen? Something going to change? No. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's shut out of the royal family. I'm reminded of the 5 of Pentacles that was very visible on the tarot table when I was shuffling. 10 of Pentacles is extra of that energy when it's in reverse. Really shut out of their future. Because the 10 of Pentacles is about the future. It's about legacy. As I've just said, it's about lineage. It's about the royal family, and he's shut out. So they're going to have no contact with him. They're going to view him as badly, I would say, my opinion, as the late Queen viewed her uncle, Edward or David or whatever you want to call him. It's as bad. He's black sheep. He's outcast. He's the one who really tried to damage or did damage to the royal family, to their role, to their future, to their legacy. It's all there. His view of these three. Now, and we have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a loss of control, loss of material grip on them. It's also unhealthy materialism, which is interesting because it is the card of materialism, of grasping onto something, onto money. In particular, it's the miser card in tarot, but it's in reverse. He's lost his status with them. He's lost his connection with them. He's lost his control over them, which he imagined having. He envisioned himself as this temperance energy, this angel. But actually, he's just nothing. He's 4 of Pentacles in reverse. He's outcast. He's ignored. He's unstable. And I think he sees them as a bit of his connection to them. And I hate to say this, but I am going to say it because it's my opinion that I'm expressing. And it's what has come through for me energetically. And that he might view them almost as some sort of potential for monetization. His connection with them, his influence over them. He's thinking in terms of money here and status with that 4 of Pentacles. They've of course bounced him down in the line of succession, which never went down well. We know that from the very beginning when he was grumbling about he only had so many years before all eyes were on Prince George. All eyes are on Prince George right now. So he views them as jeopardizing his status, his position, his wealth, all of those things. Horrible energy. What would he have told them, or what would he advise them if he actually had access to them, contact with them? What would he say? And we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Strange energy, because it undermines relationships. That 2 of Cups in reverse. It's about breakups. It's about relationship imbalance, misunderstandings, disloyalty, separation. So it could relate to King Charles and Princess Diana and that relationship. He might have quite toxic things to say about that because we've got our Queen of Cups here in the Y energy. So he might have quite poisonous things to say about that. situation that everyone is doing their best to move on from and let go of. He might also have some quite undermining things to say about Prince William and Catherine and their relationship, and he has already said very toxic things about that and undermining things, saying that Prince William didn't marry for love, he married out of duty, he picked someone who would toe the line, and he, Harry, was free to choose his soulmate. So there is that very nasty energy. Who needs that in your family? In your family unit, your strong family unit, somebody who's sitting on the sidelines dropping little bits of poison into your children's ears about your marriage, your relationship, your parents' relationship. Ghastly energy. William and Catherine, will they ever allow Harry to have any sort of relationship with their children? I've got the Two of Wands. Planning. It's very yeah, okay, got lots kind of downloading all at once. And the Two of Wands is preparing for something, making plans for something. So that's the two of them together making plans. And what are they making plans for? They're looking out across the sea. They are both in this energy. Just saying, they're looking out across the sea or the ocean, and they are waiting for that to come back. Harry. They're waiting for him to come back. They are planning around that. What are we going to do when he comes back? I've just seen a little article today about Harry and Meghan house hunting in Windsor. The horror. He's doing his level best to insert himself back into the narrative, back into the family with this Ace of Wands. Here I come. Brace yourselves. I'm back. Prepare to rejoice. They are preparing to do everything but rejoice. They are preparing for when he does come back. How are we going to handle this? Where are we going to banish him to? Where are we going to put him? Can we put him at Royal Lodge with Uncle Andrew? Send him somewhere to the colonies? What are we going to do with him? This is a very serious subject that they are discussing. And not only amongst themselves, I would say, with other people. It's giving me horror energy almost. I mean, who needs this? You're recovering from cancer. Family pressure is immense. And then you've got to deal with this person who is floating this notion that he's the go-to person in your children's lives. He is the one who has got the life experience that he can counsel them and drop his pearls of wisdom. And you are thinking, okay, the tower isn't available anymore. The colony's probably not so much either. What are we going to do? As upright, as positive, they're braced, they're ready. He's given notice, Ace of Wands. They are ready, or they're getting ready, Two of Wands. We know what's happening because we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse for the three in question. No chance, no contact, you're out. Thank goodness. That's your reading. And thank you very much for watching and supporting this channel and my new channel as well. I'll be dividing my time between the two more and more equally as time goes on. But for now, that's it. And I'll see you again tomorrow.